Serene, right? Serene?
Serene, yeah.
Right, cool. So, you said earlier that all white people are conditioned to be racist.
Yes.
Facts, cool, got it. Are you conditioned then to be victim?
To be a victim of what people?
No, I mean,
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh, oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't, girl. You better get him, girl.
Oh shit, man.
But clarify your question.
right. So, no, I mean, if I'm conditioned by nature of our
Conspiring against
country.
me as a black person, yes. They're conspiring against me double as a woman as well. Yes.
What the fuck? Oh, no!
Say what? Wait, hold on. What's the old colloquial? You get him, girl.
And so you're if you don't want to be surrounded and trapped in victimhood, right? I don't see you, and I didn't see you from when I met you 3 hours ago as any kind of victim. I mean, I know that our country does not support Black lives at all, ever, and it does condition people that look like me to be racist from the jump. Like from as soon as I'm out the womb, boom, he's on the track to be a racist. But you have to make, you as yourself, you need to make certain actions, right, that bring you out of victimhood. Like you need to be a.
That's what we're doing. We're organized.
Right. Right.
Wait, let him finish it. Wait, no, Eden, let him finish his stuff.
So that's an action. And so I think that also if you can come out of this predetermined victimhood that our country has laid out for people, right, that are not white, right, I think that people that look like me need to make specific actions and commit themselves to those actions every day of their lives so that they can go against how they're conditioned.
Okay, are you done? Okay,
Wait, I think it must be,
number one, I think it must be really nice to be a white person and believe in the idea that being an individual magically makes you able to overcome the conditioning of your society, because that's not the way the conditioning works. That's not the way that socialization works. That's not the way that our society works, period. So there is no one in any type of marginalized group in this country that can pull themselves up by their bootstraps and magically remove themselves from our society's ills. Yes, do certain types of people have the opportunities that other people don't have? Of course, the Obamas. Perfect example of that.
Just the way she was explaining it right there just shows a lot of the issues that so-called Black people have. Like, for example, when she talked about, people, getting out of the condition that they are, all she could think of is the Obamas. Like, there aren't regular so-called Black people who are, middle class, doing well for themselves. It's always
like the people at that video, like the people in that video.
Exactly. It's always a politician, an athlete, some type of well-known figure is the exception. There's not, basically in her mind, there's not so-called Black men who exist making $200K a year, $150K a year, who are married and in good relationships and are, but basically aren't dealing with the issues that the average Negro deals with. And they are, because everybody knows in this society, money talks. If you have money, you're going to be able to escape whatever situation you're in. People say, this society is a racist. For the most part, they don't like Black men, but that's true. But I'll even use an example. I believe this is an example like, I forget the specific year, but this was back when Muhammad Ali was very famous. And of course, he used to have a lot of so-called Caucasians or people of the other races laughing it up, smiling, dapping it up with him. But he always had to remind himself, I'm still a nigger. Now, he wasn't trying to be negative, but all he was saying is like, look, the only reason y'all are interacting with me is because I'm rich and I'm famous and I have money. And he's an extreme example, but just the average Negro, money talks. So people of the other races, especially white people, they're going to treat you better if you're successful. That's just how it is. If you're successful, you're going to be treated better. Like if you're, for example, a so-called Black man who works in corporate America and does his job very well, you're going to be respected more than just an average nigga who's gangbanging. That's just the reality of things. So I know she's complaining about, quote unquote, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. And of course, that is a cliche when the other races try to use that against us to try to like marginalize our problems. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't enact that in your life and try to pull yourself out of the condition that you're in. Because at the end of the day, The only thing that you can change in life is yourself. The only thing you can control is you. And if you control yourself, meaning what? The decisions you make, the people you hang out with, what you allow, what your beliefs are, what thoughts you allow to permeate in your mind, that's going to just shape your reality. Because the thing is with people, we're not only physical and mental, we're also spiritual. And our spirit is affected by those things that I listed earlier. So when we control our environment and the things that are around us and we make it into a positive environment and we have a positive spirit, we'll be able to open doors in our lives. And this is the problem with a lot of so-called Black people in this society. We don't think big. We have a very small mindset. You see her again, she's just complaining about, a marginalized group of people, they can't just pull themselves up by a bootstrap. But she doesn't understand. He's not talking about Black people as a whole. He's talking about you as an individual. He ain't even talking about the race as a whole. He's talking about you as an individual. Basically, if me as a so-called white man, as an individual, if I need to be deprogrammed from the white supremacy and I need to change myself, well then you as a quote-unquote Black individual, since you've also been programmed by the society as well, wouldn't you have to change the way you interact? Of course, he's not the source who should be saying it. It should really be the Black men in the podium who should be telling her that's what she needs to do. So it's a damn shame, but none of these brothers are basically informing her. But I mean, most Black men, they just scared because a chick like her, she just screams too much. So the average,
yeah, exactly. Yo, and you paused it at the perfect moment too. Look at her expression while you saying that, bro. She got that expression on her face where she just looked like she can't shut the fuck up. I'm saying, man, she just looked like she just ready to just anytime a nigga say anything that she deems not worthy to fit her high intelligence standard and the pedestal she holds herself to, because you can tell this woman is extremely prideful. And she holds herself to a much higher pedestal than she deserves to be on. So anytime you say something that doesn't fit her standard per se, or what she deems to be intellectually or racially intelligent per se, or sensitive to the plight of the Black woman or per se, she's ready to pounce on you like a damn lion that sees someone messing with his pride, man. Real talk. She ready to just pounce on you, nigga, like she ain't seen food in 5 days. She's ready to devour you. She got that look on her face right now. But I want to get this precept right here, because it's a point that you mentioned, and that they was talking about earlier as well, going into the white man, right? And how the white man said in the video how when you come out the womb and you white, you raised to be racist, and you raised to view yourself basically on a higher level as opposed to other nations of people or other races of people per se. And honestly, this may sound controversial, but I don't really see nothing wrong with that, man. I don't see nothing wrong with that at all, man. If you got some kind of pride and respect for your people, that's how you should view things, man. If we view ourselves that way, then we would treat each other much better, man. We would treat each other so much better intercommunally, within our own nation of people. We would treat each other with so much more respect. We would stop doing ill shit towards each other. When I say ill, I don't mean fire. I mean ill as bad shit towards each other. We would stop, we would stop selling drugs to our own people. We would stop, the women would stop talking shit and making the man's life even way harder than it has to be. Children would actually reverence their parents. Brothers wouldn't always be trying to antagonize another brother, or brothers wouldn't start to prefer others over their own or whatnot. Brothers wouldn't be, their goal wouldn't be set towards trying to enact the worst kind of vengeance on a brother they possibly can. Any wrong little thing they deem, brothers would be more focused on trying to talk shit out instead of, I'm a hit a lick and shit like that. Little, all kinds of shit like that, man. If we actually viewed ourselves as this white man states that white people are trained and raised to believe themselves, then we would treat each other so much better, and we would have less problems because of how much more respect we show towards each other. A lot of the issues and really that plagues, it goes back to the curses, man. A man shall have an evil eye towards his brother. That comes to mind. That's one of the main curses that comes to mind when you talk about just general respect for our own people, man. You know, if we actually viewed ourselves in that light, in that prestigious light. Matter of fact, let me go to the book of Lamentations, the 4th chapter, real quick.
Just real quick, just to expand on the point that you mentioned that you don't take offense to him having that mindset. I don't either, because I think the same about myself, and I'm sure you do as well, and I'm sure all of his brothers are. But like,
You did.
I think, 2 things about life that people forget: 1, life is a competition, and 2, life is a team game. Now, the team aspect, that's interracially. The competition aspect, that's extra-racially, meaning what? You shouldn't be offended if another race of people thinks that they're quote-unquote better than you. It's like when you when you were in high school and you were in middle school and you played basketball, you think the other team who was playing, you thought that y'all were better than them? No. They'd be like, this nigga can't dribble. He can't shoot. He can't play with me.
And if you thought that, you already lost.
Hey, let's take it to the grown man perspective. If you take your ugly ass up to LA Fitness and you get on the court, you really think niggas on that court to tie? Hell no. Exactly. Niggas on the court to win.
Cause you know what? You know why niggas on the court to win, bro? Cause winning keep you on that court, nigga. That's
exactly.
Winning
ain't
keep
no
you
ties.
on that court. Ain't no ties. Ain't no ties and losing. You don't even think about that. Cause winning keep you on that court. It's the same thing in this life, man. You know,
exactly.
winning keep you in the game, man. Winning and being at the top keeps you at the top. Y'all ever heard the phrase? I'm sure y'all have. I'm just speaking in general. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. It's the same thing in life, man. You stay ready, meaning you stay prepared. You stay setting your preparations towards the aspect of you winning. That way you don't gotta never get on the bottom and try to build yourself up and this and the third, because you're always on top, man. And we gonna be that way in the kingdom, of course, but it ain't happening right now. How you gonna? It's like when NFL players, when Cam Newton, when he was in his prime and whatnot, he was making overt celebrations in the end zone with the Superman and all that, and niggas was getting mad at him for doing that. He's like, man, if you don't like me doing that, then stop me from getting in the end zone, man. That's what you do. That's how you stop it. You stop him from winning. You stop him while he in this race.
Thank you.
You don't complain and you don't get in your feelings. You don't, woe is me, or we should have a program to stop him from ruling so much. Nah, man. You stop him from ruling. That's how you do it.
That's my whole take on this. From what I'm hearing so far is like, white people are racist. Okay, cool. Now what?
Facts. Hey, there's 2 types of people. When it comes to the court, there's 2 types of people on the court. There are those who are on the court, and there are those who's not on the court. Which one are you, bro? Like football field, there's 2 types of people on the field. There's those who's on the field, and there are those who are not on the field. It is what it is.